Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon yet again. It is Alex, and I am going to continue down this realm where we're going to try to test out our, stored procedure that we built in the last video. So again, we're going to go ahead and open up a SQL query, and actually, I believe I can come over here and just say new query. And now let's go and look at how we are going to execute a stored proc. Execute stored. Stored procedure. So what you can do is the syntax is going to be very similar to this right here. So let's copy that and we'll just do that. So it's not AdventureWorks 2012. We're going to use grocery list. Okay. Now we should be able over here to find our stored procedure in here, and there it is right there. So if we do our execute here, exec, and it's going to be dbo o dot insert new rows, and we're going to say at results equals. And so this shows you what we need to pass into our store procedure right here. So we need to pass in our procedure name, which is going to be this right here. I'm so used to not doing it this way, y'all. I'm sorry. And then we're going to pass in our let's put that comma down here like we did over there. We're going to pass in our at, and we should see, well, let's actually just go here to W3 schools. And so we want to do store procedure with multiple parameters. So that's what we're doing right here. And actually, instead of it doing that, it's going to be results, execute store procedure. We have to use the right fields from the stored proc. So it's going to be, where'd you go? These are right here. These are the scalars we want to pass into the stored proc. At, just paste it in there. And we're going to say item name equals item 1. And we got to put the equals in there. And quantity is going to be equal to a 1. Item price is going to be equal $12.99. Is taxable is going to be a 0. Added by is going to be me. And added date is going to be equal 2020. Today is the 09/12/2020. 1209, I mean. There we go. Let's get rid of this right here. Alrighty. And let's see what happens when we execute this stored proc. All right, so we have a result of 0 back. So we should be able to select from grocery list dbo dot shopping lists. And let's see what came back there. We don't have any rows of data there, so something's wrong. Tables, shopping lists. So probably our SQL query just needs to be changed up somewhat. It figures it's probably the way I have this join going. So let's make a correction. And let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Like this. I knew I was going to have that issue. Save that. I'm going to drop and rerun the stored proc. Yep. Come over here. Now let's rerun it again and see what happens. There we go. Now we have our item in our table. Now, in our code, however, what we can do is we can in our C# code, we can conditionalize by getting back all of the rows first and then kind of go from there. That's another store proc that we can do, where we can pass back parameters from the store procedure and then get data back. All you need to do there is you would just do, so let's create another store proc. Let's make another store proc real quick. This one's going to be real easy because it's just going to be a select statement. Okay, so let us, wish I could hide that and show that only when I need it. All right, so let's copy. Let's just actually call this, we'll make a boilerplate here. Mm, 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 mm. And then boom, boop, boop. This is boilerplate logic, y'all. Put that there, put you there, put you there, put a bunch of you all there. Do the same thing there, except I'm going to get rid of this extra row here. We're going to call this stored store procedures. We'll just copy that and move that over to the, no need to be all anal about it. There we go. Copy that and we'll come down here and paste it in there and say end of. End of. There we go. Okay, so everything between there is going to be store procs. All right, so let's copy this store procedure. See, once you create one, the rest of them will, depend on the query that you need. The rest of them should be fairly simple to do based on what we're doing here. So we're going to do insert new rows. new row. Over here, we're going to say select select existing rows. And this won't be an insert, this will be select existing lists, because we're working with grocery lists, right? Boom. Copy this and boom, like that, and boom. So now this parameter is going to take in a date. um, or since it's going to get all of the rows, we just need to, how do I want to do this? Well, you don't have to put a scalar in there. No, 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 no. I'm just clicking on stuff, y'all. Here's our example here. You can just execute the store procedure name, just a real simple one with no parameters. So this next one is going to have no parameters in it. So we don't need any parameters on this one. Just like that. And then we're going to say, get rid of that. This is going to be a simple select statement. Okay. We're going to copy that like such. And then what we're going to do is come down here. And now that we're going to do a select. And we're going to do that real simple select statement. So we're going to get a count of all items, actually from, let's see, did I put a no lock on there? I didn't need to. Okay, select count of, we want to do a count of unique IDs, UID. Select U. With the lock. Okay, select unique ID. We're going to do a count of the unique ID. We're going to call this unique count. And we're going to pass in the date. We're going to do the added, yeah, the added date from, well, I mean, we're just getting a count of it. Yeah, we'll get the date from there. Where group by t added date. See if we do this, we should be able to just run that query. Let me copy that, actually. Copy. We'll run it over here. We'll just run it right here. V, and we'll just run that query by itself. So that tells you that we've got rows in there. So let's come over here and add one more. Item 2. Execute that one. Item 3. Execute this one. Now let's change the date. 1208. 1108 works fine. No, let's put 1103. That's my birthday. Okay, item 4. Item 5. And one more for good measure, item 6. Now let's run this. We should have 2 rows and 2 columns. So this is what we will display to the user. So if they want to pick a day where they've got a count of items, then we would just go select all the items for that day and then return that to our C# solution as a list of items that they put into the list for that day. So now let's finish up our stored proc here. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. We won't do all of that anymore because this is a very simple query here. We won't need this try catch anymore. And we won't need that. This is a very simple query, y'all. So like I said, this is very, very simple. Oh, and we want to order by t added date descending. So we want to give them the most recent one first. So like if we come over here to that other query and we add, see how it's the lowest first and the highest? So we want to do it the other way around. DSC gives you, oh, that's group by, Alex. Order by t added date. That gives you it in reverse order. And ASC, or nothing, gives it to you from oldest to youngest in this instance, since we're using a date. So yeah, it's flipped backwards. So we want to do it this way. So we've got that, we've got that, we've got that, we've got that. So now we can run this. And we should see a dropping insert new rows. There should be a dropping, if I run this again. Uh-oh. It doesn't like that. That's because, do we have something functified here? Select existing lists. Yeah, our stuff's not running. What's going on here? Why are you not? Why are you? I wonder if it's because I need to have this go up here. Go. If go create, and it should be a go at the end of that one. I might have something funky in there. Let's see. Do I have all my begin and ends? Begin, end, begin, try, end, try, begin, catch, end, catch. Okay, yeah. If exists, drop. There we go. Yeah, that go, I didn't have that in there, so it was throwing me an error. So I should be able to run that repeatedly now, yeah. So now let's test out our, let's test out our other stored proc. Get rid of this and just say execute ex c space dbo space dot select. See, we don't see it there. So let's come over to our database, come over to our stored procs, and refresh our database. Refresh. And we should see our stored proc showing up. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Refresh. There we go. So now should be able to see it over here. So let's see exec space dbo dot usp, insert there. I don't see select. I don't see it there. Insert new, select existing lists. There. Select existing lists. Let me try and move this one up here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. Duh, Alex. What are you doing, man? I didn't call it USP, did I? No. Where USP? Five that again. I should be able to rerun that and run that. There we go. I don't know why it's not updating the local cache on that one. That's kind of weird. It seems like the very similar, it's a very similar situation that happens when you, is this refresh? No, cancel. It's a very similar situation when you have to refresh your connection to the SQL Server after you've added a proc or something like that. It's just kind of funny that it's doing that. It should allow me to, do I have to refresh the database? I didn't think so. In any case, it's still allowing me to do that. Maybe I need to refresh over here somewhere. Let's see. Let me put that away. Let's see. Oh, what's this error? Um, the heck you can't. You just ran that for me. Hmm. I wonder if I can refresh that somehow. I don't know why that's showing up as a problem. There we go. Oh, now it refreshed. I don't know what took this so long. Okay. So now, let me close that. So now we've got another, um, we have another SQL query, and this is again how we would execute that query without a parameters. And then so we've got our select statement in there, and then we're going to have a select where they choose the record that they want. So when it comes over here and they see the one that they want, we want them to be able to choose that day. So they'll select that day. And so then what we're going to have to do is do a select like this one, except we're going to have to use the date as a parameter and then, bring back all the rows for that day and then parse that out and then put that into our C# solution. So it's getting late here. It's time to start putting folks to bed. Wife's already over there asleep. She's knocked out over there, cutting some good Z's. So until then, until next time, it's Alex, and I hope you are blessed by this. And oh, let me do this before we get too far down the road here. Let me save what we have here because what we're going to do is we're going to check this into our repo. So we're going to come over here and view our terminal, clear this out, do an ls-l, and we see our SQL in there, cd, and we're going to do git add star git status cus. It shows that we have our new file that we do have staged. We're going to do a git commit -m, and we're going to say created a new SQL schema script. Enter, and then we're going to do git push. Okay, so let's do that. Oop, copy that, copy that, copy that, copy that, come on, copy that. Copy and paste and enter. And it's going to push this up, hopefully. Say allow, say open. I'm going to probably get that 404 error that I was getting earlier. Hopefully not. Say continue. There it is again. Ugh. Why is this happening? This is driving me crazy. Okay. In any case, I am going to have to sign into this thing here again and kind of go from there. So I'll go ahead and get this squared away. I think the token is my I have an authenticator. I have two-factor authentication on this. So let's see if that's the problem. So we're gonna do 569-886, enter, and oh, it's at 195@gmail.com. I think that's it. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, I gotta get this authentication working and then I'll get it checked in again. So, this is the part that just drives me crazy about Git. Um, all right. Go ahead and get this up there, and it will be in my GitHub account. That way you can take a look at it if you want to have a gander. Until next time, be blessed. Okay, come on here.